Hello students, today we are going to discuss the VHDL coding for counters. So let us see how we write the VHDL code for a 4-bit up counter. So let us understand what is an up counter. Like suppose we have a 4-bit up counter. It will start counting from 0000. So basically in decimal it is 0. Then next state would be 1. Next state would be 2. So it will be rising. That is why the name up counter. And since it's 4-bit up counter, so maximum value in binary can be 1111. So 1111 in binary is equivalent to the decimal value of 15. So this 4-bit up counter will be counting from 0 to 15 and again in the next cycle 0 to 15 and so on. So that is why it is called up counter, because it is counting from lower values to upper values. Similarly, we have a down counter. What happens in down counter? The count will initially begin from 15 and it will keep on decreasing. Like after 15, the next count would be 14, then 13 and so on. And finally, it will go like this till 0. And after 0, again, what count would be coming? 15. So basically, it is decreasing by a unit of 1. So that's why it is called down counter. So first we will be designing a 4-bit up counter in VHDL. So let us see how we write the code. The first 3 lines show the library inclusion in VHDL. Then we write down the entity for the counter, and finally we write down the architecture for the counter. So let us see these sections one by one. So entity counter is, so we are giving the name of the entity as counter. So we are declaring inputs and outputs. We have inputs like clock and clear. They are in STD logic. The means data type we are taking as STD logic here. Then output, we have a Q output and the output has to be 4-bit long. So we are declaring it as STD logic vector. What does this mean? It is a sort of array. We are writing STD logic vector. This is a keyword. And we write 3 down to 0. What does this signify? Means what is the significance of this? Like Q is a 4-bit array, you can say, or vector, and the values are Q3, Q2, Q1 and Q0. This is the meaning of 3 down to 0. So we have done the entity declaration here. Now next we come on to architecture. So we write architecture V of counter is, we declare a signal temp TMP. So signal is something which is neither the input in this case nor the output, but it will be used somewhere in between for doing the calculations. So TMP we are taking again as STD logic vector, which is 3 down to 0. So it is a 4-bit vector. Then we begin the architecture. We write process. So in process, we give clock and clear. If there is a clock signal or there is a clear signal, then the statements would be executed. Next, we begin the process. Now, if clear is 1, that is the clear signal is activated, that means we have to clear the output. Then what we store in TMP, we store 0000. Just note this, we are writing these 4 bits 0000 in quotes. So whenever we have a vector, we write it like this only. The next condition is else if we have a clock event. So you know why we use clock event, in order to check whether there is a change in clock, and clock is equal to 1. That means we are checking whether the clock is high. Then what we do, we are storing, like this is an error, it is TMP. So TMP will be updated to TMP plus 1. So we are adding 1 to the already existing value because it is an up counter. Then we end the if statement, end the process statement, and finally store the value of TMP in Q. So Q output is given to us. So this is the manner in which we write down the VHDL code for a 4-bit up counter. So the next code is the 4-bit down counter. As I have already told, what is a down counter? It will be counting from 15 to 0 in this case, as it is a 4-bit down counter. So few things remain similar, like we declare the libraries, then we declare the entity, There are two inputs again, clock and clear, and we have an output vector. It is taken as Q, 3 down to 0 again. Then we write down the architecture. In architecture, again, the signal TMP is declared, which is a vector of 4 bits. We take process, we begin the process. Now, if we clear, in this particular case, when we clear, that means it should reach at the initial state. And in 4-bit down counter, the initial state is 1111 because it will count in reverse direction. So we set it as 1111. Then else if clock event is there, that means the clock is activated. We do TMP to TMP minus 1. We update it in the negative direction because it must go from 15 to 14, 14 to 13 and so on. And finally we store the value of TMP into Q. So this is the manner in which we can write the VHDL code for 4-bit down counter. Thank you so much for watching the video.